Coming up next, the Essential Craftsman tries out a Hypoid saw, the Building Guru gets us all on the level, and no one asked Kenny to take off his Milwaukee clothes, but he does anyways. This is your Power Tool Week in Review.
This episode is brought to you by Ohio Power Tool. Pro tools, pro service, all at the best prices at ohiopowertool.com.
And Ego, power beyond belief. Welcome back, Power Tool fans. I'm Rob. It's May 1st, 2020, and today we're going to do the Power Tool news and share some tool videos you won't want to miss. Let's get to it. Brian starts us off today with a head-to-head between a pair of FlexVolt saws with one critical difference. Also, we're going to ignore the hair. Blade left or blade right? That is the question. One that's been debated for long before I roam the earth, and it will no doubt continue once I'm gone. But if you're going to buy an overpowered FlexVolt 7¼ inch circular saw, you're going to have to make the choice. Now, traditionally, the rear handle blade left saw, based on the worm drive design, is going to have more torque, but thanks to the recent power upgrade found in the 578 blade right, the difference is smaller than ever. So his conclusion?
Don't pick your saw based on, I want the most powerful saw in the world.
Now, that would mean something if it wasn't for the hair. You should still watch the video at Workshop Addict on YouTube. Yeah, I know what my own Corona hair looks like. Shut up. Are you a Mag 77 man considering a Makita Hypoid? The Essential Craftsman is back, this time reviewing the Makita Hypoid rear handle circular saw, the kind with the tail, and found a ton of great things to say about it. It has all the power and heft you'd expect from a Hypoid or worm drive setup, and a bunch of great features that make it a valuable addition to the framer's arsenal. The only complaint?
This thing has a look that says, I belong in a kitchen.
Anti-culinary comments aside, he concludes that while he's not likely to change teams, either saw will do an admirable job. Then he makes the best point I've seen in a tool review video to date.
If you're not doing good work with it, it's not the saw's fault.
So true. You can find the video at Essential Craftsman on YouTube. Milwaukee announced a new addition to the red lithium USB battery lineup, giving us the additional capacity we've wanted since day one. In May, Milwaukee Tool will launch a new red lithium USB 3.0 amp-hour battery, which will deliver up to 20% more capacity to Milwaukee's USB rechargeable solutions. Now, we've been big fans of their flashlights, headlamps, and heated gloves for some time now. Our only complaint has been the runtime, which these batteries look to address. If you're a fan of their digital levels or job site lighting solutions, you can look for the new 3 amp-hour battery later this month at ohiopowertool.com. Do you know how to lock your keyless drill chuck? Did you even know that was a function? This week, Kenny from Pro Tool Reviews taught us something about our own tools that apparently very few people know. In an instructional video this week, Kenny taught us the difference between a non-locking and locking keyless chuck. The trick is to ratchet the chuck down and then turn it back for a single click, which is the sound of the lock engaging. I felt bad for about 2 seconds before reading the comments, which overwhelmingly admitted to having no idea how their own tools work. RTFM, my friends. Read the full manual, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and on a side note, Kenny also posted a Milwaukee workwear video where he progressively removes his clothing to show off each piece, but I stopped it early. I wasn't about to see if he was wearing Milwaukee's nipple tape. It's up to you if you want to watch at Pro Tool Reviews on YouTube. Now, in the past, when I wanted to check the accuracy of my level, I just, didn't. I never check my level. Maybe that's why our set looks odd. Fortunately for us, we have the Building Guru, who shared a guide to checking your level and keeping it on the level, among other assorted puns. And as it turns out, doing so is easy.
Start by grabbing 2 pieces of wood. Then install a flat top screw, like a drywall screw, and place the blocks at the ends of the level. The edge of the level beam, not the end caps, should be touching the wood and screw. Make a mark on the wood. Now adjust the screw, then rotate the level horizontally. You'll need to check that the level is within tolerances. To do this, I need to use a little trigonometry. Because we know the angle is 0.017 degrees, the ratio in length between the height and the base is called the tangent of the angle. Enter the angle in your calculator, then press the tan button. Take this number and multiply it by the length of your level, in this case, 94.5 inches.
Okay, stop it. This is pretty level. I'm just gonna check it later. To make sure your levels are level, head over to the Building Guru on YouTube. It's time for some actual work with Rob Robillard. Hey, you Rob.
Hey, Rob, where's Sarah today?
Oh, she's still working from home.
Oh, really? Okay. All right, well, let's talk about today's shop tip then. One thing that I always notice when I'm doing glue ups here in the shop is I never have enough clamps, or I wish I had a third hand, right? To solve my third hand problem, I use 90-degree clamping jigs that I just make these, and it helps me align casework face frames, things like that when I'm dry fitting, doing glue ups, and it keeps things square and helps prevent racking, especially while things are gluing and drying up. The circle cutout here and the two cutouts, they facilitate clamping and they allow my clamps to grab onto something in a couple of different ways of grabbing. The inside corner I clipped at 45 degrees, and that's to ease the pressure on parts, inside corner parts, not to interfere or misalign things or interfere with glue squeeze out. Best advantage, these jigs are cheap to make. I build them out of scrap material. Simple as that. Well, look, that's it for this week's tip. How you holding up, man?
Oh, I'm okay. Shooting the show on my own is a bit more work, but my team's helping me from home and does a great job.
Yeah, all right. Well, look, hang in there, man. Eventually, Sarah's going to be back and we'll start watching the show again.
Wait, you haven't been watching the show?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you watched every week.
Yeah, of course I've been watching the show. Full of fun, tool stuff and news, a construction company, junkie, whatever his name is, Ethan.
You know, I mostly make this show for you.
Yeah, man, but without Sarah, I gotta go.
Well, I know you guys watch me even without Sarah, right? Guys? Well, I know my dad watches, but that's only because of our construction industry news with the Construction Junkie. As the construction industry slows down due to the epidemic, so also does the construction news. So Shane decided to bribe us to stick around with some giveaways. Every day this week, he's offering a new prize pack, and all you need to do to win is either subscribe to his newsletter, comment on his Facebook contest post, or comment on his Instagram post. Now, by the time you watch this, the contest may be over, so hurry up. A quick stop at Instagram this week finds us with Nate from Built by Nate, who's using an enormous M18 12-amp-hour battery to power his camera and keep his tripod steady. Why not? Travis is threatening to use this 9-inch saw chain grass blade, which I actually want to try. I have a ton of oversized vines strangling my trees, and that would probably work well. I'm just going to wait to see if, Travis lives. The OG Plum God is using a new Diablo blade specifically made for HVAC and ductwork to do some under-sink demo. My wife won't let me do any under-sink demo. I've tried. Maybe that blade will convince her. And finally, Joe, the most Canadian of carpenters, shared a great tip for keeping your docks dry on the job site. Ohio Power Tool has a new list of tool promos this week, including $20 off select $100 Makita orders, $20 off $100 Bosch orders, and apparently there's, quote, awesome new Milwaukee promos starting Monday, so be sure to keep an eye on their specials tab at ohiopowertool.com. That's going to do it for us this week. Be sure to catch Make or Break right here on Belts and Boxes tomorrow at 6 o'clock, where I make a bunch of picnic tables for squirrels, and that's a real sentence. Also, catch Sarah's show, Sarah's Top 5 DIY, every Tuesday and Thursday. I want to thank Ego and Ohio Power Tool for sponsoring this episode. Guys, we'll see you next week.